I'm Tony Marnella. I'm sitting here in our 6th Street townhomes, a new community that we built here in Vancouver, Washington. And I want to talk about water. One of the things that is very personal to me, going through a terminal illness, you start looking inward and focusing on everything related to what you're taking in your body. Water, food, in fact, what's affecting your immediate environment. And through that process, one of the things that I did was research the water quality. Here in Clark County, frankly, it's any public municipal water system, but I live in Clark County, so I researched the water that I was drinking. I'm fighting for my health. I'm trying to put only healthy things into my body. I researched the water and find out that the very nourishment that I think I'm getting from the water is actually making my body sick, as it's struggling to fight through the contaminants that, though are legal to be in the water system, they're just simply not healthy. And so I actually, doing the research, pulled up the water quality report for the water that I've been drinking here in Clark County for all these years, trying to stay healthy, and what I found was simply shocking. There's contaminants in there. I can't even enunciate half the things that are in there, but carcinogens that were elevated levels that are mind-boggling. Again, legal, but simply not healthy by any health official's recommendations. So enough about me. Let's actually show you the report of the water quality. So I'm here on the EWG website, which I encourage anybody to plug in their zip code and research what's in their water system. I'm plugging in the zip code of where I'm at right now, here in Clark County, in Vancouver. I've plugged in the zip code. They have a database for every single municipal water system in the United States. So you can plug it in and it will give you a full report of that water system. So EWG is basically a site set up to create consumer awareness. They have a whole list of, the water system that we're referring to right now, but it also has suggestions about foods that are unhealthy and all sorts of data. If you can imagine it, as far as what is healthy for lifestyle, they will have resources here for it. So I plugged in our zip code here, and they have stuff in here I can't even enunciate, but they've got information here on the water system. Let's see here. Large utilities with violations. It'll basically go through here and list water systems within the area that have known violations that are still supplying water to residential homes in our area. Contaminants found in Washington above health guidelines. These are water service, these are systems that are serving water for millions of Washington residents that have high nitrate levels, high chloroform levels. Again, there's things in here that I can't even enunciate that are carcinogens. And this is the data that I researched and found while I was trying to get myself healthy, and realized that this is what I'm told is healthy. Any consumer would think that the water coming out of their tap is healthy. You log into this website, you will find that your water, it doesn't matter where you are, you're going to have contaminants in there that will alarm you. And that was the turning point for me to realize that we have to start making preparations in all of our homes so that our homeowners as they become aware, as we can create awareness around this, have the ability to add these systems into their homes. So here I am, I've pulled up the City of Vancouver water, and you're looking at the report, and you can see up here at the top, exceeds guidelines. And you've got one here that's 44 times acceptable limits. You've got nitrates that are 26 times acceptable limits. You've got this here, PFHXS, I can't even enunciate it, 4,360 times acceptable limits. PFOs and PFOA, 29, almost 3,000 times acceptable limits. Every one of these items listed is above what should be a health guideline, and I think any consumer seeing this would insist on water quality in their home and some form of filtration. Because at the end of the day, your refrigerator filter, the Brita, it doesn't cut it anymore. It doesn't filter out these particular contaminants. That's why we set up homes for reverse osmosis, because it's truly the ultimate way to truly purify water, to get rid of this garbage. Look, I'm not trying to alarm anyone about water systems, and not just, labeling Clark County as having bad water. Public water systems across the United States all have contaminated water from antiquated, outdated infrastructure. It's a reality. This is more of creating awareness around the water that we assume is healthy. And once we start opening our eyes and asking the right questions and doing the research, we're going to learn, like I did, that water is simply not healthy. The good part about it is there's solutions that every homeowner or to-be homeowner has available to them to make sure that the water is as healthy as we think it is and that we expect for our families. And I've said many times before, and you'll probably hear me say it again, the Brita, the refrigerator water filter, they just simply don't cut it anymore. These advanced systems like the reverse osmosis is what is available to every consumer today to truly provide purified water to their homes. And the over-counter systems, they don't cut it. They just don't have the capacity and the filtration technology to get rid of all these byproducts. And as I've mentioned before, we do have a solution at the home level. And reverse osmosis is what we strongly recommend. There's different manufacturers out there that provide these systems. We're learning from our past homeowners that they have been installing these, and because of how educated our homeowners are, we realize that we need to start making the preparations during the construction phase so that installation is actually far easier if it is not done prior to move-in. And that particular system strips out the carcinogens and all these other toxins that are in the water, the microplastics, the pharmaceuticals, I can go on. But that system is designed to purely strip out all of those contaminants. So you are drinking about as pure water as actually what you probably expect you're drinking right now. So here's what you can do. One, open your computer, go to the EWG website and plug in your zip code and pull up the report for your local water system. Two, compare health guidelines to legal limits and see the difference in what is allowed in your system according to health officials, not according to legal limits. And three, if you're building a home or buying a home that's new, ask your builder about the preparations for a reverse osmosis or a whole house water filtration or softener system. Very easy to do. Definitely during the building process, it's extremely easy to do. But if water quality is important to you and your family, it's a must. And if you are in an existing home right now, you can retrofit these systems into your home. A reverse osmosis system can be localized just to your kitchen sink. Not that difficult to do. There's vendors in your area that can come out and install those systems for you. And at Marnella Homes, these systems are prepped in every home, not because I'm paranoid, but what I've learned and the awareness that I have around it, I insist on it. If you're in or near Clark County and you'd like to just learn more about these systems, the reverse osmosis or the whole house water filtration, we have a furnished model here at our 6th Street townhomes that we can show you how we prep for them as standard in every home, educate you on the system itself, and just give you more information about them and how it will affect the water health of your home. Or if you just like to talk about the options for your home or your future home in the future, you can book a call with our team. We'd be happy to discuss that with you and provide you information. Even if you're going to be working with another builder, give you that education and that knowledge to be able to engage with them and get the system that's right for your family.